Have you ever wondered what Dominicans study when Dominicans get together to do Dominican study? Now, I know what you're thinking, Brad, this is an unusual video. You normally don't do videos like this, and that's not entirely true. I do videos like this from time to time for our patrons, and there's probably information in the description below if you're interested in becoming a patron. But I have a giant box of books right here, and I know Catholics love books. They love sharing books, they love reading books, love talking about books. So I was putting this box of books here, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to turn the camera on and talk about Dominican books. So many of you know I'm a third order Dominican, and each month we meet in Nashville, we have our meetings, and we study. And every year we study a different writing by a different theologian, and we're kind of coming to the end of our current study. And somebody mentioned that, you know, hey, what are we going to study when this one's over? And so I got the bright idea, hey, why don't I grab some stuff off of my shelf? I've got this entire shelf is dedicated to Dominican spirituality, Dominican writings. And so I just brought this giant box of books to our meeting, and I laid out everything on the table. And I don't know if they liked it or not, but so before I put everything back on the shelf, I thought I'd, you know, share a quick video and show you what kind of things Dominicans study. So first, of course, we study scripture, but unfortunately, all of those shelves are off screen. And second, we do study the Summa, and that entire section's off screen as well. But this entire shelf right here is Dominican Spirituality. So let me show you some of that stuff. So first we have the Confronts by St. John Cassian, who was a desert father. And this is one of 3 books that St. Dominic carried with him his entire life. I think the others was the Gospel of Matthew and the Book of Psalms. I could be wrong about that. But anyways, this was what St. Dominic was reading and studying when he was alive and when he was preaching throughout southern France. Next, of course, we have True Devotion to Mary by St. Louis de Montfort, and I just released a video on that a couple of days ago, so check that out. Next, we have this book that is called Early Dominicans. It's a collection of primary sources, biographies that were written about St. Dominic by people who knew him personally when he was alive. It also has early constitutions and early statutes of the order when it was first brought together. It's a great resource for studying Dominican history. Here we have St. Dominic's Family, which is a book about 300 different famous Dominicans. Okay, here we have a biography on St. Dominic. It's called In the Image of St. Dominic: 9 Portraits of Dominican Life. It's a fantastic book. This book is called My Way of Life. It's by Walter Farrell. It is a small pocket-sized summary of the Summa. This is a fantastic book. I wish they would make a large print version of. I have a number of Walter Farrell books on another shelf over there, and I think those are condensed into this one, but this is a fantastic book. I just hate that it's so small. This is a beginner's guide to Aquinas. This is Edward Feser's Aquinas. This is The Light of Faith, the Compendium of Theology of St. Thomas Aquinas, and this was written by one of our own Nashville Dominican sisters, Sister Mary Angelica, who is a fantastic sister and a fantastic writer. This is The Nature of the Human Soul. This is a fantastic book. I highly recommend this book. Next, we'll get into spirituality, and I've got a couple of books by Dominic Hoffman, most notably Beginnings in the Spiritual Life. I've talked about this book on this channel before. This is a fantastic book. I love this book. I've read it numerous times. I've underlined almost the whole book. I've also got The Life Within, The Prayer of Union. I haven't read that or Maturing in the Spirit. I haven't read either of these yet, but I bought them because I love this one so much. Next, we move on to Father Gergou Lagrange, whose books are always out of print, and if you can find an old copy somewhere, they're really expensive, so good luck finding these. This one's called The 3 Ages of the Interior Life. This is 2 volumes. This is volume 2. I don't know where volume 1 is. I've shared this on this channel before. It's really hard to find this. This edition is already out of print, and I just bought it a couple of years ago. This is Providence by Father Gergou Lagrange and Life Everlasting. Now last, I have Jordan Allman's Spiritual Theology. This is a classic. And I should have mentioned at the beginning of this video before I jumped in, I got carried away with the books. But for Dominicans, study is not an academic pursuit. It's like prayer. It's a way that we come to know God, because God is the author of all truth. So in studying what is true and coming to learn what is true, we're coming to learn more clearly who God is. And that's the whole reason behind Dominican study, and that's the whole reason behind all of this. That's why study is such an important part of the Dominican life. Now, if you like videos like this, let me know, and I've got a pretty big library. I'll be happy to do more books on apologetics and scripture and all kinds of things. Just let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching.